Colorado State Rams led this basketball game the entire way until the final 2 minutes and 1 second to go in this contest. Rachel, we have watched this basketball team for the last 5 or 6 years. They've never had that kind of poise down the stretch, and we have seen it time and time this year. They are stepping up.
Well, and it was a really interesting game from a matter of run. CSU came out hot to start the game. They came out hot after halftime, but Air Force did just enough to kind of hang in there. They struggled to match up with the guard play of CSU at times, but ultimately that fourth quarter was it. You know, they waited for their opportunity to strike. Air Force outscored CSU 19-9. One of the biggest stats of this game, they forced 12 turnovers for a team that only turns it over 9 times a game. They're one of the best in the country. 12 may not seem like a lot, but how about this stat right here? 15 points off of those 12 turnovers for the Falcons. That is absolutely huge. And I think for a long period of time in this game, Colorado State was getting it done from the free throw line. Air Force started being more aggressive late in the game. They ended up shooting 17 free throws in comparison to CSU's 20. 36 points in the paint for the Falcons, and they finished with 3 players in double figures. I mean, it was not pretty at every moment of the game, but they were tough, and they struck right exactly when they needed to. Yep,
and they never back down. They outshoot from the field 41.3% to 36.4%. And what more can you say about the Falcons players that have stepped up all season? Sierra Winters, a senior, great defensively. She really played the last quarter with 4 personal fouls. She did it on both ends of the floor, spinning through a sea of green off the glass. Winters finished with 19 points today, and as I said, played 31 minutes, so a real workhorse. But the Rams have so many weapons. Upe Atasu today, she was on fire all over. 23 points, 7 of 16, 6 of 8 from the free throw line. And she's a great inside player, and if you give her space, she's going to beat you outside too.
Yeah, she was dynamic, and you can't say enough about other guard play on Colorado State. McKenna Hofschild, absolutely phenomenal. Those two combined for 40 of Colorado State points. She was getting it done inside and out, finished with 17, 5 of 9 from the field. She usually takes a lot more shot attempts than that, so a little bit surprising.
Haley Jones was a great presence on the boards rebounding, but what a big bucket that was to pull Air Force to within 1. Then here comes the freshman, Joe Huntemer, gives it off to Lauren McDonald, and the Falcons were in the lead. And take a look at this. McDonald scrapping and then just throws it over her head and finds the bucket. You can see the big smile on her face as Air Force holds on to win this game 67-63. Real excitement in front of the biggest crowd of the year here at Clune Arena.
Well, and I mean, just an absolute huge win at home as Air Force will extend their conference win streak to 7-5. And again, we talked about these two teams are neck and neck in the conference, so that's a big win in terms of conference standings.
For the first time since 2008, Air Force sweeps the season series from Colorado State. Next up, Air Force will travel to New Mexico for a Wednesday night matchup with the Lobos. They return home to play Boise State February 16th. For my broadcast partner, Rachel Galligan, and our entire Falcon Vision crew, I am Vince Greco saying good afternoon, everyone.